Thank you so much. I am so happy you guys are here. I'm sorry about the metal detectors. That is my bad. I tweeted something, and it made some people feel the need to express wanting to kill me. And I'm sorry I called for a military coup. I knew it was a long shot. You know, when you're a comedian now, you really have to think things through before you post them, you know, on Twitter. Who do we think we are, presidents? Not necessary, but appreciate it. I'm not a fancy person. I don't, you know, I'm wearing a onesie. I have friends that love jewelry, and I love them, but I don't really understand the value of jewelry at all. That said, I love a nice hotel room. I need a soaking tub, so I have my things. And I was just on the road, and I got to stay in some really nice hotels. And I'll never complain, because I'm so afraid of being like a complaining Jew. Which is a stereotype based on facts and patterns, and then like deducing from those patterns. Are you selling out your culture, Sarah? Sorry. Did I get a laugh? Yes, okay. But I did call down, and I was like, everything is so amazing, thank you so much. But I noticed there seems to be semen on the, I think it's called a duvet, or a comforter, and also there's also some on like the nightstand. And also I noticed there's cum all over my tits. I'm sorry. I just, you know, if there's I hate to complain. If there's an upgrade to be had, I'd take it. Can you hear me when I just talk like this? Consistent. You can hear me when I just talk like this? I got laser hair removal, and did you just applaud that? Like, finally. I got laser hair removal. I waited a really long time to do it. I wanted the science to be at its peak. You know, like we landed on Mars, I think it was August 2012. Are you just impressed that I remember the date? What I'm saying is, we landed on Mars in 2012. I waited 4 more years. And then I looked up the highest rated laser hair removal place within 3 blocks of my apartment, and I looked there. It was called Laser Away. And it wasn't what I think I was naive, and I just thought you go and your hair gets removed. But it's a much longer process. For every section of hair you want removed, you have to go have 8 separate sessions. You know, like on each. So for me, I was doing like from like right below my belly button to down to the floor, and then back up to about the middle of my back. And isn't that funny that that's funny? And it's a lie. I did my arms too. But I can't lie to you guys. Right. So they make you pay up front, which makes so much sense now that I think about it, because it hurts so much. By the second session, you're like, oh, I would gladly pay $3,000 to never come back here again. That would be a bargain. It's so painful. And I feel like I have a high pain. I think most women have a high pain threshold. I've been punched in the face thrice, and that's another story for another time. But it's a different kind of pain. It's like nerve ending, like nerve damage. Like they give you stress balls, and you squeeze them, and by the time you pry your fingers open, they're just like pyramids of powder, basically. It hurts so much. I remember telling myself, like, You are a grown woman. That is your money to waste. You earned that money. Throw it out the window. It doesn't matter, you know. And as I was walking back to my car after the second session, I actually can remember exactly like the words I was saying to myself as I was walking to the car. I was like, what you just went through was trauma. That was traumatic. And right in that moment, I got a text message from my boyfriend who was in Guatemala at the time with UNICEF. And it said, I just spent the morning with a woman who watched her son get murdered. And I was like, you think that's bad? So I have a hard time with perspective. Like, I don't gain it with experience, I guess. Like, I was walking around here in Los Angeles, judging people. And that's not me being my best self. I'm not proud of it, but that was just the scenario. And I remember just thinking, like, you fucking petty, small-minded, materialistic twats. You do not get it. With their, like, $1,500 purses. It's a bag. It holds shit. Get a backpack. You're silly. You know, like, you don't even get it. We're breathing egos, acting like we aren't a speck of dust on a speck of dust on a speck of dust, hurling through outer space. We're nothing. And then in the very next moment, I'll be like, I want my face on money. I really do. I feel like I want my face on money, period. I want my period face on money. It's like, no, it's more stoic. It's like, I just heard my sister laugh. She's dead. No, she's here. I'm kidding, she's here. I had a dog for many, many years, and he was my best friend, and I was always talking to him. Whenever I was home, I was talking to him. And then he died, and I stopped talking to him. Makes sense. Or does it? I don't know. I mean, does that really make sense?